Well, hello, children of the night, and welcome to the Collective Quarter with the Hanged Empress. Here we do shadow work following the moon, and I know we've been going live for all of our collective quarters thus far, and I've really liked it. Was totally going to do one tonight as well, just shuffle things about and make it happen, but gods are not playing in our favor there, children, and we're not going live during the day because actual children. So, here we have it. It's collective quarter time. We have our first quarter coming up from this new moon in Sagittarius. Bringing the heat. What is it? Ah, it's a song in my head now. Can't think of it. I really like it though. I really like this song. You should listen to it. No clue what it's called. What it's like. Can't sing it for you. It would take too long to find it in my phone because I don't know what I'm looking for. I don't have a title. I need to hear it playing in my head for a little bit longer. That's what I feel like this is. This collective quarter. I feel like there was a lot of information transformation that came along with the Scorpio moon, and that pushed us into our Sagittarius moon. So now there's just all kinds of there's flames and sparks just flying everywhere. It's a little chaotic and it's a little bit hard to pull your focus down, but remember that our sun is still in Virgo, and that is what is going to give us that focus to do what is the most important, to uphold despite everything else, to properly prioritize who are you right now and what it is that you're doing and what it is that you want to do. And that's the energy that we're working with today. I don't have enough fucks in my fuck account. Fuck account got down into the red again, and we need a better budget for those fucks. Turned face up, everything else fell face down. It's just this guy and this guy. Oh, the intensity of the evil eyes, the scowls, the ill wishes upon us. How many people just sitting there pissed off, looking at what they've grown, so angry about what it is that you're doing over there. Just so angry. How dare they get away with this? They did this. They're that person. They're such. Everybody is a terrible person, okay? We're all terrible people. I'm a terrible person. You're a terrible person. We all do bad and terrible things sometimes. Sometimes we do it with reason, and sometimes we don't. But there's a whole lot of accounting going on, and I feel like a lot of the books have been cooked. They've been exaggerated through this telescope that we are using, or people are using to observe what is happening. I feel like there's a lot of warped imagery, and there is no satisfaction to be had. People are saying things, but they don't want anyone to do anything about it. They just want to sit in their misery, avoiding their own skull, what's going on inside their own skull. What can you do other than keep your head down and focus up? Just like our last quarter, it's Virgo season. Yeah, I'm sure, but you know what? We're going this direction. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what you do. We're going to keep going this direction. We're going to keep doing it. The swords of it all. I tell you, there are thoughts, words, fights, struggles. There's so much, bubbling up from and around this. We've got our Eight of Swords, our Two of Swords, and the Five of Swords. There's been restrictions, there's been boundaries that need to be cut loose, there's been a power exchange that has needed to be had for a long time. And we all seen it coming. Now we got to do something about it. Now it's just the time to act those things out, to pull it together. Teamwork will make the dream work. You know who is a part of your team and who is not. Alright? We have 3 of Pentacles, a 2 of Cups, Judgment, the Ace of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. What is this, children? Why is this here? What kind of hope could I offer you in such a desolate situation of evil eyes and all of that negativity? You know there are teammates, you know there are partnerships, you know that there are people out there who can and are willing to offer you assistance. You just gotta figure out what it is that you need. What do you need? And ask, and you shall receive. The energy that you put out will be returned to you. Therefore, rather than putting your time, energy, and focus into these bad thoughts, bad feelings, bad cycles, we need to turn our attentions and keep focused on the good thoughts, the good emotions, the good people, the good cycles, the things that we know that we're doing right. We are all fucking up. Every last one of us is fucking up somewhere in some respect and regard in our life. You can find that one thing that you're real sensitive about. And you don't want anybody to really take a microscope and be looking at it as closely as they are, but they're looking. They're looking. Alright, you got the HD camera, they can see all the little wrinkles, they can see the caked on powder makeup that you're wearing. They know. Everybody knows. There ain't nothing we can do about that, but keep ourselves focused on what it is that we're doing right. Fuck the things we're doing wrong. Focus on what you're doing right. Use your best judgment, your best character. Present your best character in all of those plots and places and things and situations. Bring your sword of truth, of righteousness, of justice. Bring your sword of actuality and reality into this judgment phase. So that's what we're going through. It's a judgment phase, folks. That's what's happening. And offer your best delegations, your best diplomacy, and don't forget your sword at the same time. We always want to lead with using your words with. We want to lead with making a good impression. We want to handle things in a beautiful and feminine, powerful way of keeping things in control. That doesn't mean that you don't bring your sword. That doesn't mean that you are not prepared to use it. That means that we're going to try talking first before we just get into this fight. We got, like I said, we got all of these swords. We got this disgruntled energy coming in, and you know what, folks? Diplomacy first. The first hand, the first foot. Diplomacy. Give conversation a chance. Give intelligence a chance. Give every opportunity to communicate with the highest selves of all of the people involved. And be prepared to slay some demons at the same time. Don't be afraid to pick up a bat, to pick up a sword, to actually fight for these things. If they are worth it, you will. You will fight your way out. You will figure your way out. Using your intellect, using your strategy, using your abilities to pull things together. Stay focused. Keep yourself on point. Don't falter now. The demons are coming out hardcore right now. Why? Because they're scared. They do not want to go into the winter alone. That means they need to grab onto whatever it is that they can see hear, feel, and they are going to pull it into them and try to use that as their own power source because they don't have a power source of their own. They don't understand how to tap into it. They don't understand that that is a thing that you can't just go around taking from other people. You have to use your own. And if it's not good enough, just like everything else, just like not being physically strong enough, you gotta work it out. And how do you work out mental strength? By applying your brain, by applying your diplomacy. How do you work out your physical strength? By working out in the gym, right? You don't even have to go to a gym. You just gotta lift your body, move your body, adjust, bend, keep yourself flexible, and continue to move that earth. Things will be swapping, switching, transitioning. It's all a part of it. Don't discount the horror of death when it comes to transmutation. I just had a comment fight about this the other day. Like, no. Death is only transmutation. Death is only this. Death is only that. Have you ever seen a dead body? You ever known anybody who's died? Have you experienced that in your life? Because if you have, you might not be so cavalier about it. I'm not saying that it's not transmutation. I'm not saying that there isn't rebirth after death in any level or degree of the word that we want to examine. I am saying let's not discount the reality of the horror of it all. It truly is. Acknowledge it. It's going to be a freak show. It has to be a freak show. So I just need everybody to stop freaking out when they buy tickets to the freak show. When you purchase your ticket at the booth to go to the freak show, don't be surprised when you see freak show. When you see the freak show, when you see the freaks coming out at you. You bought this ticket, remember? You said you wanted to go on this ride. Remember? It was going to be fun, right? It's going to be great. Yeah. It's okay. We walk ourselves into all kinds of crazy nonsense. Again, nobody's perfect. Nobody is good 100%. Nobody is fully righteous. Nobody is above succumbing to their inner demons. We're just trying to figure themselves out. We're all just trying to figure ourselves out. How do you give grace to somebody that doesn't want to give grace to you? That's the question, isn't it? How do you give grace to someone who does not want to give you grace in return? Well, sir, there will be reciprocity, there will be understanding, or there will be fight. I am prepared for both. We are prepared for both. Do be. Remember to focus on what it is that you're doing right. Don't just fuck all the things you're doing wrong, but at the same time, fuck all the things that you're doing wrong. That's not where our focus needs to be. That's not the thing that we need to be paying the most attention to. Pay your attentions to the things that you are, have, be, and can do right. And keep doing those things despite the distractions, despite the chaos, despite the madness. We're doing great. Alright, let's grab one Halloweeny oracle before we wrap up this tirade. Gosh darn, Virgo sun is surely the shadow work. Time opened right up. Virgo, work. You don't realize that work is started and has everything to do with what's on the inside and less to do with what's on the outside. It's internal. You can do it. Facing down. With the demons. I told you it's a big old pot, isn't it? It's a big old pot of a cauldron of a pot of stuff, just a stew. That is a stew that we are stirring. We're just stirring the pot. There are people out there stirring that pot. That pot is out there calling kettles black. There's all kinds of this happening. No joke, no lie. But what else is in this cauldron? Synergy and healing. There are two sides to this. There are people who are stirring this pot. There are people who are this pot, who are calling other kettles black. That is true. But in the cauldron is also where we brew. I don't actually need the book for this. In the cauldron is actually where we brew our meals. It is the staple. It is the center of the kitchen. It is the hearth of the home. And the hearth of the home makes the food that satisfies the stomach, that feeds the body its nourishment. This is the epitome for anyone in the, like, spiritual witchcraft type of vibe and understanding, because this is where it all starts. This is the easiest place to practice, to put your intentions into your food. You know, saying blessings over your food, it's not just for Christians. Blessing your food, thanking the animals that you are eating for what you are eating. Why do you have to stop and acknowledge this? Because you're putting something into your body. You should be thankful for it. You should put good energy into it so that you're not just eating toxicity. Especially food nowadays. Doesn't it need to be cleansed? Doesn't it need to be blessed? Don't you wish you had a personal rabbi, pastor, whatever, to, like, just bless all of the food that comes into your home, and maybe they can, you know, Jesus away all of those GMOs for you? Right? That's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta be. You gotta be your own preacher here. You gotta be your own witch. You got to take control of the handle of this cauldron and stir your own pot and think about what it is that you're putting into it. Is there gonna be some things that aren't so great in that stew? Yeah, probably. But most of the stuff in there is going to be your love and devotion. And when you stir that into your pot, what you get is a beautiful smelling, delicious meal. And we're all hungry. We're all ready to eat, and we're all ready to be served. So stir your pot with positive energy, intention. Keep yourself focused. Keep those blinders on you. Don't be deterred from your path, regardless. If you know that you are going in the right direction, if you know that you have enough to go off of, again, you might not have everything that needs to go into this pot yet, but there are sources and there are resources, and we might have to get very, very creative. But at the end of the day, you will be taken care of. You will take care of you. You're not going to let you down like that. You're not going to let you down the same way that so many others have let you down. And don't you forget it. Keep your head up. We've got this. You've got this. I've got this. It's going to be one hell of a moon phase, everybody. But I think it was all very needed. Maybe it'll be the final thing to be unturned. Who knows? Who knows? There is no finality, especially in shadow work. We're never done. You're never going to be fixed. You're never going to be perfect. You're never going to not fuck up. We just got to keep learning how to better repair, to better hold up, to better sustain ourselves and our own livelihoods. We're doing great. Thank you, everybody. Have a fantastic quarter moon. We'll see you next time.